Yeah?
It sounds exactly like gas, but
Crunch, crunch. Well, hello there. I wanted to do another video this weekend, so we're gonna dip into the reserves. I actually have already done a video on these. We're gonna do the off-grid clogs again, kind of a revisit. And yes, I have reboxed these as well, just for the tradition, the ceremony. The first time I reviewed these, it was one of my early videos, and I resized them, and then I went for a very long walk. That's, if you watch any of my super early videos, half of the video, like there's still a half hour long, but like half of it is just me walking, and it's not very exciting, but it's kind of chill, there's music and stuff, but I yap a lot more, and I feel that I could give these a better review now, because it's one that I enjoy. These are kind of my my poolside Crocs. I leave these at my sister's near the pool, so they're kind of my one of my summer Crocs, poolside summer Crocs, and it's got some good gibbets on them too. So we'll talk about the off-grid Crocs for a little bit today. Can give some sizing information and a little more description. You really got to dig in that other video to get any information. It's kind of buried. So I will try to create a little more, sorry, get it in frame here. I'll try to create a little more of a cohesive package for the off-grid clog if anybody is interested in them. I think these are kind of a cool model. I didn't really care for the aesthetics of them initially, but they have some really nice characteristics about them and qualities about them that that I can talk about. So there's my Will Smith and Chris Rock gibbet. You can find that on Etsy. Same thing with the This Is Fine meme. I think they might have been from the same seller, but yeah, one reason why I like these Crocs. They got good gibbets to them, but let's go see if we can find anything online to read about these, and then we'll take a little longer look at them. Follow me! Alright, forgive the double hat G-mode look. I like having a baseball cap on for the mic. It acts like a boom. It's perfect for like the mic placement and stuff. I get a lot better quality, sound quality, when it's on the brim of the hat than if it's on the collar. But it's cold too, and it's late, and I don't care. It's like 1 a.m. So you can still find these, and as I recall, this is a model that is typically on sale. There they are. All right. Yeah, $32.99. $30.30. So they're on sale on Amazon. How are we doing on sizes? Let's go to my size. Alright, so this is a model. We'll talk about the sizing real quick. This is a model that you're going to want to go down a size in. I had initially purchased these in a 12, and they were large. I still wore them for a year, or a few months until I resized them, but I did resize them. If you watched my initial video on these, I ended up resizing them. So anyways, you're going to want to go down a size with the off-grid Crocs. So, but they're out there. You just got to look around for them. Probably eBay too. That's always a good place to go when you're looking for uncommon models. Okay, time to focus. I found a couple descriptions for it. On Cabela's, they have them full price. You can get them for $54.99. They have a cobblestone. Here, I can record this for you guys so you've got a little footage. Alright, so they have a tan, they call it cobblestone, and then they also have a black. But they've got all of the sizes, all of the upper sizes for men, or the common sizes, from 8 to a 13. but it's full price, but it's a good model. I don't know, you can find them cheaper though. I would go on eBay. Product details. The Crocs Off Grid Clogs for men are a more modern version of the ever comfortable and popular clogs. They feature the same full cross-light uppers with single-piece molded construction previous models have come to be known for. The difference with these off-grid clogs is that they have a slimmer, lower profile shapes that give them a more modernized look. The pivotable molded backstrap helps keep your Crocs on your feet. Imported. Full cross-light uppers with single-piece molded construction, slimmer, lower profile shape, pivotable molded backstrap. Alright, and Off-Grid Clog, digitally inspired and ever-changing. The Off-Grid collection embodies speed in a street-ready form. Its unique sculpting and contouring offers a new look and feel while maintaining comfort that's synonymous with Crocs. That seemed very AI generated, that write-up right here. Alright, I've spent enough time on this. Let's go take a look at them before I fall asleep because it's late. Alright, so like they were saying, that's a fully molded cross-light offering, kind of like the traditional clogs, but it has a more of a futuristic look, they say. And I initially didn't really care for it too much. Forgive the scuff on the toe. This happened when I was resizing them. It kind of got wedged in the dryer. That's one thing you got to be careful of when you resize Crocs. I recommend putting them in like a laundry bag, those little mesh bags, because it'll prevent them from getting wedged in the corner of a dryer and getting scuffed. But anyways, I initially didn't really care for the diamond pattern because it made me think of like a rope, but I don't really mind it as much now because I like the rest of the line work. It is very kind of sci-fi, just with these lines. It's very like speed and like race car. I dig it. It's pretty nice. There's a lot going on. They've got a lot of different overlapping lines going on. We've got the midsole here is kind of defined with our standard horizontal lines, but you've got these shapes that are intertwining, like that rope is kind of on the foreground here, but then it cuts back behind this lateral line right here, but then that line kind of goes up and tucks behind this rope. So there's a lot of weaving happening within the midsole here. So it's pretty cool. And then you can see there's some background lines that are carried at different sections too. Like it seems to be on the surface up here, like this part's wanting to pop out, but then it recedes back here as this shape comes over top of it. It, you know, creates an overlap, so it pushes it back down there into the background. So I like that. There's some abstraction happening there, some spatial abstraction, some pushing and pulling occurring. And then those lines come back forward into the foreground up front here. We've got a nice little ridge. I like that little ridge right there on the toe. And then it's kind of stepped underneath it, or at least it's accented that form, almost like a little bumper. So I was saying they have like a very automotive feel to them. Just these lines here on the side, it reminds me of like a NASCAR motif or something. There's that rope diamond pattern again, accenting the toe. That's almost like a grill on a car. Just if this is a bumper, and like this would be like the front fender, is that what it's called underneath? I'm not a huge car guy, but that would be like the grill then. And then these could even be like headlights. The way they've got these ventilation cuts on the side, they kind of remind me of headlights almost. And then this is like an engine port on the top or something, you know. But they've got that same overlap happening here. So where this is on the foreground, this toe here, they overlap it with this this smooth part and it pushes it back, creating a little window there. So there's some nice spatial element happening there, just very subtly. And then we've kind of got our race car lines again over here, and it's more of the same, so I won't break that down again. But there's some real faint lines up here too. It kind of indicates speed, so these are very sporty looking, which I dig. This is stylized too, the back strap. That's kind of nice. It's like a sci-fi sunset or something, you know, like a hi-fi sunset, where it's like pinks and baby blues and then just black. That's what that reminds me of, very subtly, because this is like horizon lines right here, and then this is kind of like a, I don't know, like a car again. I'm getting like a vehicle impression just with that. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a triangle, but that's pretty nice. I like that. Something subtle, but very stylized. And then even the rivet is a little different here, having this little half circle in it. So that's a good model. And then the outsole makes me think of those Nike Victory One slides. How it's cut out in the bottom. I don't know where I've got the shower ones. I think they're boxed up, but that has the same. Hang on, I can grab them to show you since I brought it up. Un momento. All right, forgive the grime on the outside of these. I always dislike when people show dirty footwear, and these are dirty. I tried to clean them up as much as possible. They look good on the top. There's some paint flecks there, but the outsole is kind of stained here, so forgive that. But the way this is inset here, it reminds me of the Victory Ones. Do the same thing, the normal Victory One slides, and then also the Victory One shower slides. So you can see how similar that is. It's pretty much the same, just different proportions of how it's cut out, but it's the same thing. So these have a very sporty feel as far as that goes. So these are actually a pretty good shower slide if you're looking for a real lightweight, kind of real casual shower slide. I don't wear these because they're super thin. I like the meatier ones with the from the Under Armour. But I believe there's a new Jordan shower slide that I will pick up at some point in the future. Maybe they'll go on sale over the winter. But they've got a new shower slide I shall check out at some point in time. But these are good. But same outsole. Okay, moving on. Alright, so, and we've got that same diamond pattern that's on the top. It covers the whole outsole, and we've got some cuts there too. So pretty cool, and then a straight one at the bottom there. So they don't look too bad. I was kind of critical of them in the first vid, but they've grown on me. I just appreciate them. But what's really nice about these, I like that they're all cross-light. Can't go wrong with a solid cross-light model. But these, I unplugged myself. These have a very good arch support to them. If I can get a good light. If you can see how prominent that arch is. Hang on, I can get this light even better. My furnace is about to kick on though. All right. So you can kind of see it's got a nice arch over there, and there's a good divot at the front for your forefoot, and you can see the toe grooves up front there. So it's got a pretty dynamic footbed. It's a little more supportive and ergonomic than your classic Croc. So if you're looking for basically just a sportier Croc, hang on, let me shut this door. If you want a Croc that fits a little more sporty and isn't as wide, the off-grid is a good option. Especially if you're doing a lot of walking. Like these are probably like the perfect like amusement park Croc. Just because it's got more support. I don't know if I can get the light right and the angle right. So you can see them both. but it's just got a lot more support. You can see how the normal Croc, it's got a little bit. These I've reformed to fit my foot too, so these aren't going to be the best example because these are already more defined than your standard Croc, but these just have a lot better of an arch than your normal Croc, and a good heel cup to it. It's kind of what I achieved by reforming these. A little better of a footbed, but anyways, that's what this has over your classic Croc, is better ergos, better support. The footbed's a little thicker. Also, it's got a little thicker of a heel to it than your classic Crocs. So your heel is raised up a little more, and then I think there's probably a little more dynamic of a forefoot dip. So it's not as flat of a footbed as your classic Croc. So they're just a really solid kind of sporty model. But again, I think this is another one of those models that are drying up very quickly, it seems. As I was looking to get information on them, there wasn't a whole lot of places selling them other than the ones that I had mentioned. Amazon and Cabela's had them. But I bet you, like I mentioned, if you can go on eBay and look, you will probably find some of these cobalts and maybe some other colors. But then again, I don't know how many colors they came out with for these. So let's throw them on foot before this gets too long. Alright, we had our first snow today. I think I'll use some of that footage, or I'll use all that footage for the intro. So you probably got to see all the pretty snow at the beginning. I was able to wear... I was actually wearing the Unforgettables when it first started. And they did okay, but I had snow clinging to them. But then I went and I threw on the Futura Laboratories Echo Boot, and these are fantastic, dude. I love these. They're super comfortable. I had to go up to a 13. The sizing was perfect on the 13. My only issue with them is the ankle is really wide on them, a lot wider than my ankle. But they've got a really nice zipper to them too. Like, it opens up really well. So basically, with that, I'm able to tuck my pants in. Tuck your pant into them, and then they fit better on the ankle. So I think that's how they're designed, is to tuck your pant in, because then at that point the ankle fits perfect. Like, these are, I love these. I love these. These are so perfect, man. These are an awesome winter boot. They're super light, and it's got just enough coverage on the bottom here for like slush and snow and stuff, and it's insulated too. Like, these are amazing. I love them. Recommend them. If you're looking for a fantastic winter boot, I just recommend going up in size. So whatever your normal size is with Crocs, go up a size. They're going to be a little bit bigger, but you'll be able to get an extra pair of socks on. Where am I going? You'll be able to get a get a pair of wool socks on with them and have your pants tucked in and stuff. But all right, back to the off-grid. So you can see I'm wearing the wool socks too, a little thicker. So they worked perfect with those Echo boots. All right. So these are basically an 11. They're a size 12, but I had shrunk them down. Size 12. But I shrunk them down, and they fit like an 11. Like, my toes are right. I probably shrunk these a little bit too much. But they're fine. They're good. The toe groove is perfect, like right where my foot is. So that's how you know when the Crocs are sized right. Is if everything's lined up. Your toes are lined up on the grooves and stuff. So these fit great. But they've got a really nice arch support to them. These are actually formed to my foot when I resized them. I imprinted my foot into them. So these are kind of cheating. I've got my footprint into them. But if you want to go that route, if you want to make them even better, you can custom fit them. Order So you can reference the first video I did on these. But even before I had resized these, they had a really good arch to them. And like I'd mentioned, it's got a little more of a heel lift to it, a little more of a heel rise to it. And the forefoot dips down a little bit. It's not super dramatic, but it's just a little more accenting, a little more accentuating than your standard classic footbed, or even your Baya footbed. But it's just a good model. It's a good sporty model. I would be able to walk further and longer in these than the classics. And even, I know classic Crocs are very popular. Finally, that furnace went off. We can get some walking in. Classic Crocs are very popular in the medical industry, I know, for work and stuff, workwear. This might be a really good model for that too, just because it's even more supportive. These off-grid would be a little more supportive than your classic. So they're good. They're a good model, man. Here, we can just go straight down low. Because these are already like reformed from their initial shape, so I can't really give a whole lot of description on them because I'm just describing the like a custom fit Croc, you know, which is already going to be better than the initial. But the base footbed of these is really good. It's a very good model. I feel like how they look. I dig them. They've grown on me. I've just come to appreciate what they do differently. Sorry if it's super dark. It's almost 2 in the morning. I've come to appreciate what this model does differently than the classic Crocs. So it's like a cherry Coke. It's like the original, only I've just kind of tweaked a little bit. You know, you're getting everything that's good about the originals, minus a little bit of width. So if you want a little narrower of a Croc, that might be a big selling point for some. But you want like all of the original things that make Crocs good, like the cross light and the comfort. But you want it even better. You know, like these, I would argue, have a better footbed than your classic Crocs. And they probably do fit a little more sporty, just with their better ergos, and they're a little tighter fit over top. These almost have an Echo hybrid feel to them, and I don't have an Echo Clog to show you because the Echoes don't fit me. But I've got the Echo slides. You can see there are a few visual cues, a few aesthetics borrowed from the Echo. Just these lines here are reminiscent of these lines here. They're the same exact lines from here to here, and then it's curved here, but these have those same lines here. So there's some visual and just the holes too, because we've got the variation with the hole sizes, just like on the Echo. So there's some Echo elements on these off-grid. It's kind of like a hybrid model. It's like the Echo and originals like combined, or the Echo and the classic, I mean. So they're a cool model. It's a good model, and like I mentioned with the the Mellows the other day, if you're looking at kind of building a Croc collection, or you just want to try like all the models or the better ones, like the good ones, like when I'm gonna do a Croc, like top Croc clog video and stuff, and these are among one of the better clogs, I would say, from Crocs. So if you're looking at getting them, grab them before they're gone. So all right, let's do the outro. I think I've said everything I needed to about these. All right, so the off-grid clog. Not a bad option. They're bringing some different things to the table. So if you're looking for a little more of a sporty Croc, it's very similar to the originals, the classics, but have a completely different look going to them. The Off Grid Clog is a very nice option. But if you get them, you have to get the Will Smith and Chris Rock meme gibbet. You have to promise me. Just kidding. You don't have to, but it's pretty good. I recommend it. Oh yeah, I think that's it. I don't really have any negatives to say about these. I think the looks can be very polarizing. I didn't really care for them initially when I first got them. Just the looks about them. I didn't like that diamond pattern. Just it gave me like a rope vibe. But I have since come to appreciate them, and just they've grown a little sentimental over the time that I've owned them. I guess just based on my particular use of them, having them more of like a poolside Croc, or them being my poolside Crocs. So I've got a nice association with these. They just make me think of summer in the pool and stuff, and going on bike rides and walking the dog and whatnot. Like, these are my go-tos for part of my summer activities, you could say. So it's a very versatile, like, solid model. I recommend them. Grab them while you can before they disappear, like all of the other models that Crocs chooses to stop supporting. But I don't know how popular this model initially was. Like, when I first came across them, they were discounted, and they just always seemed to be cheaper. So I think it's the looks. I think the looks are very polarizing. Not everybody digs on them, but it is what it is. But I think they're good. I think they're worth getting while you still can. I don't know if I'd pay full price for them, but if that's your only option, so be it. I'm just kidding. I just look around. You can probably find them cheaper. So I wouldn't necessarily pay the full price for them. I didn't. But check on eBay. You might find them. All right. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave your thoughts and comments below regarding the off-grid clogs. I've got a couple coming next week, so I'll have some new ones soon, some new unboxings soon. And I was going to work on one of the top videos this weekend, but I was lazy. I didn't have the mental fortitude to tackle one of those projects, so I'll get to it eventually. I gotta process a lot for those videos. Excuse me. Hopefully I'm not getting my father's cough. He's been sick the past. I was hanging out with him yesterday too. Anyways, I digress. There's just a lot for me to process at this stage in the game regarding the top slide videos, because I've got a lot of them that have accumulated. So, and I kind of have to reassess all of them. Granted, I have my favorites that I wear, but I try to be fair, because there's some that I forget about that are boxed up that I only remember when I'm reviewing something new that's associated. It'll trigger those other models, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've got this, and then I'll pull them out. So I just need to take inventory before I start on that video, and then I should be able to place them after that. So maybe that can just be the video, because it can be a very informal kind of a impromptu approach to it, instead of me stressing over it for a period of time, trying to weigh everything. I can just grab them all and throw them down, and then just kind of like stack them, be like, okay, these are better than these are better than these, and just put them in a row. And then when I grab another one, I'll be like, all right, are these better than this one, but not better than this one, so it lands here, you know, maybe just do that. And that won't just be a top 10, That will be a full ranking of the entire collection. Maybe we'll do that. That sounds good, and it sounds very casual too, and it might be more accurate than if I were to spend a significant amount of time like contemplating the pros and the cons of every single slide that I have. You know, just like a instinctual response. Just when I grab them, be like, okay, these are better than these. You know, just throw them down, like I just mentioned. So, all right, enough. This video is long enough. All right, I think that's everything. See ya. What are you doing?